Okay, let's now do the same thing with the image to image workflow. And again, it's really up to you if you want to use the all-in-one or the unit models. I'll leave that up to you. And in order for this to work is basically the same thing. We just need to input flux guidance in between here. So let's select these guys and move them a bit. Now at this point, because you know you need the Flux Guidance node, instead of right-clicking Add Node, just double-click on the workspace, type in Flux Guidance. You'll see it at the top here, and you'll even see a preview of the node so that you can make sure you're selecting the right one. We're going to go ahead and click that. Simple, simple. And we'll connect conditioning to conditioning, conditioning to positive. Give it a color, blue. There we go. Now there's one adjustment I want to make, and let's move the load image node here. We're going to right click, add node, essentials, image manipulation, and image resize. We're going to connect image to image from the load image node, and then this image input to pixels on the VAE encode. So now we're able to resize this image. Now in terms of the settings, this is 1280 by 720. Let's say I wanted to make it bigger at 1344 by 768. Interpolation, generally nearest exact is going to be the fastest, but a slight loss in quality. Lanczos here is going to be the best quality, slightly slower. Everything else is kind of in between. You'd have to experiment. We won't get into it now, but I'm going to choose the Lanczos one. For the method, we're going to choose key proportion. Now, if I wanted to do 1024 by 1024 with this as my reference image, we can do fill crop. Stretch I rarely use because it's going to stretch your image. It's going to look weird. And then the condition is kind of straightforward. So in this case, because the reference image is smaller and I'm going to upscale it in a sense, I'm going to select upscale if smaller. And if I had a bigger image, let's say 1920 by 1080, but I'm going to downscale it, I'd select that one. And then multiple, we can leave at 0. And yeah, let's go ahead and run this one. And I think after I'll show you the cropped version, I'll do 1024 by 1024 with the same reference image. By the way, these are my settings. We're just doing 20 steps. Remember to put CFG to 1 because we're using Flux. Euler simple, and a denoising strength of 0.75. And here are the resulting images. Here's the first one at 1344 by 768, and then the cropped 1024 by 1024. So yeah, it did crop the hand, but we can make adjustments. But that's the general idea of using the image resize node. So once again, it's really up to you if you want to sort of use this as a combined workflow between Flux and SDXL. If you want, you could rename it and just have two workflows. If you were going to use this for SDXL, you just need to bypass the Flux guidance and then set the CFG to whatever CFG you want to start with, and vice versa when you're using Flux. So for standard image generation and standard image to image, you can get away with just having these two workflows on your workspace. Now, when it comes to more advanced workflows like ControlNet, using Flux Redux, that might be reason to have separate Flux workflows. But my goal here is to kind of make things simple for you without having, 4 or 5 different workflows, but instead having a workspace like this of workflows that you often use. And I'm not there yet, but eventually what we can do with all these workflows is create a modular interface, and this will serve as our back end. So it's like we'll be creating our own front end. I'm currently still learning how to do that properly, but that's eventually the end goal. As always, don't forget to save these workflows as we'll continue to build upon them. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you have any feedback or any questions. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. In the meantime, if this is still confusing to you, I encourage you to go back to the previous 4 videos, and this will all start to make sense. Until the next one, I'll see you when I see you.